The Wealthy Gardener, Life Lessons on Prosperity Between Father and Son. By John Soforic, author. Summary. The Wealthy Gardener is a series of stories told from the perspective of an old, wealthy man, who shares the financial wisdom he's acquired over many years with the members in his community, showing them how to build wealth step by step through short yet meaningful anecdotes. Even in the 21st century, money is still a taboo topic at many tables. Yet this aspect of our lives plays a huge role in everything we do, from the way we live our days to the places we have access to and everything in between. Money is part of our education, or rather it should be. The Wealthy Gardener, Life Lessons on Prosperity Between Father and Son speaks clearly about this all-important subject. Written by John Soforic, a man who achieved financial independence through a real estate business, as a way of conveying his financial wisdom to his son, the book splits each chapter into a short fictional story and Soforic's personal take on the lesson learned from that story. It is packed both with financial and real-life wisdom. Here are 3 of the most important lessons from this book that'll change your life and money habits for the better. Life has seasons, and it's best not to rush them but enjoy each one fully. Money habits can outperform money-making in the accumulation of wealth. Our lives are defined more by what we're willing to tolerate than by what we truly want. Let's explore these lessons in detail so you can improve your financial future. Lesson 1. Life is meant to be lived fully, enjoying the ride and taking each season as it comes. Life has a beautiful symmetry that just makes one stop and wonder. Just like nature, humans too go through seasons of their own, the Wealthy Gardener had noticed in his lifetime. One of the best pieces of advice he gave to his son is that he'll go through different seasons, and he should be enjoying all of them regardless. According to the Wealthy Gardener, the first season lasts for about 30 years, and this is when we learn about money. We spend the next 30 years earning it, and the last 30 years burning it. This lesson is particularly important because people in their 20s rush to make money, and fear that they're too late in life, just like the Wealthy Gardener's son did. The 20s are just like the spring season when we plant the seeds of our financial success. Perhaps knowing this will help you stop rushing, comparing, and putting yourself down. Take a moment to notice nature. It does not rush, and nor should you. Have you ever seen nature not accomplish anything? Neither did I. Lesson 2. Adopt healthier money habits to become rich instead of obsessing over making more money. Making money is the first step to becoming financially successful. However, what comes after is truly what sets apart the rich from the poor. Let's start with the definition of being rich. The book describes it as having a high net margin on life, or more money than you need to spend. If you cover your all expenses and still got room to spend if you wanted to, you're almost there. The crucial step in wealth accumulation is to live below your means. This implies spending modestly, covering your expenses, and saving the rest. Saving money is the single most powerful tool you need to become rich. Wealth comes from accumulating money in time, rather than constantly worrying about having to produce more and not saving a dime in the meantime. Therefore, take on your financial independence journey, and start saving money after you cover your expenses. If you manage to do so, you can call yourself rich. Lesson 3. We get whatever we're willing to tolerate, but even if we're ready to step up, most dreams take a 5-year crusade to achieve. The Wealthy Gardener gave a piece of advice with tremendous importance to his son. We get in life the poorest conditions we will tolerate. To overcome adverse circumstances, you must actively reject them, then engage in chasing your dream. Now, this is a complex lesson, so let's take it step by step. We only get what we tolerate, meaning that we accept the conditions imposed on us. If your boss underpays you and you accept that, you get what you tolerate. If you engage in a job that you hate, it's the same situation. Wanting something will not get you where you want to be, rejecting the status quo just might. What will get you there is a 5-year plan, or a 5-year crusade, according to the author. Give yourself time to achieve your goals and set a plan to achieve them. Whether it takes 3 years or 5 or 10, with a plan and discipline you'll get there. If you want to get out of debt, create a successful business, or improve your condition, you'll need this mindset. Why? Because, as the author says, the key to success in any domain, whether it's money-related or not, is constant action. It's not intelligence or strength but continuous effort. If you take small, incremental steps daily, you'll go far in your endeavors. Keep this in mind for when you're ready to embark on your crusade.